January, I went on a fast 4 days, sometimes with water. When I finished the fasting, I was thinking that as soon as I came out, the power will come on me and I will heal everybody that is sick in my town. When I finished, nothing happened. My head was drier than it was before. But something told me to get back there. Next month, I came back. February, I came back. Did another 4 days. Nothing happened. I came back March. I think I did 5 days. Came back April. I was getting weak. I did 3 days. I came back, did 4. That's how I did it. First month, nothing. Second month, nothing. Third month, nothing. Fifth month, nothing. Sixth month, nothing. Seventh month, nothing. Eighth month, nothing. Ninth month, nothing. 10th month, nothing. 11th month, nothing. Oh, me, the Bible said it's only the overcomers. The Bible said it is him that endureth to the end. If you sow and faint not in due time, there is something called due time for men that labor and sow in the spirit. Oh. On the 12th month, I finished fasting. I was still in school. Oh. I was in my final year. On that day, I came back to my room around 6 p.m. in the evening. When I stepped into my room, that day, I did not fast. I ate, and I was trying to arrange things. But throughout, for the past few weeks, I was watching a man of God that moves in purpose. Nothing was happening. I was just normal. So, that evening, I will never forget that evening. I finished school by this time. A few months after I finished, I was in my room. Somewhere around 6, 7 in the evening. I think there was a strike that time and people went home. So there were not many people in the hostel. University of Nigeria. I was in a hostel called the Ninjoku Hostel. Room 313. Oh my God. Oh me. Men don't just appear. There must be a moment. A moment. Suddenly, as I wanted to rest and sleep, the door to my room left. It was no more a door. It became light. I say, is it NEPA light? It dawned on me that the light that shined in the door of my room was the light from heaven. It is from that door that the Lord came into my room. That is the beginning of my apostolic coming. You can't step out anyhow. You are going to die. You think people just come out. You will cry in prayer. Say, Lord, take me to that place where men are forged, where they are cooked, where they are baked. When I hear stories of men like Apostle Oyor Babalola, I said, instead of me not to touch heavy things, I will pray and die. They will say that I died while praying. It is a good way to die for me. I'm sentenced to prayer. I came by prayer. And it's not a joke. I actually came by prayer. My own father came by prayer. My grandfather was looking for a child. He was one of the first Christians in my place. He was dying without a child. He said, Lord, if you give me a child, I give him back to you. My father appeared. When I was 2 years old, a group of 3 prophets in a prophetic meeting came. And before my father entered that meeting, my mother was around. And they just laid me around the altar. And the prophets, as they ascended in height, they said, who is the owner of this child that is here? My mother came out and said that is my child. I was the one that was there. The prophets began to prophesy. They said that even though your husband has a calling, that the one that God is actually looking for is this child. That is the one that have the calling. That's the one that the helpers are looking for. Since I was born, I didn't have break. I didn't have time to become bad and then became good. I have been on this path since I was born. When Jesus entered my room, I knew what intimacy was. I used to preach about intimacy and the Holy Ghost. I didn't know it. I would just be doing Bible exegesis without knowing what I was saying. But by the time Jesus left my room, I just lifted my eyes to the heaven and said, Jesus. It seemed as if showers of living water came on me. Came on me. I stayed there. I was soaking it. I left that place, went for prayer meeting tomorrow. And a few brethren, we are at Lontenis. There is a place they call Lontenis in the University of Nigeria. We held hands together as we are praying. Everybody that held hands with me fell under power. I said, what is this? All the time people are falling and receiving things from God and nothing is happening to me. We held hands again, they fell under power. When I wanted to question God, God asked me, why not? Don't you think that this thing is coming from you? After this meeting, your life is changing by power. If I prophesy to you, receive it. I said your life is changing by power. Your